My name is Kara Marolt, and I am Senior Product Manager at Edmentum.
Awesome.
We are based in both Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Dallas, Texas, and we're here talking about all of our products. We have a wide variety of online courses and assessments, kindergartners through adults.
Wow.
We have Steady Island kind of courseware. We sell Reading Eggs, Education City, and we're here talking about our new kindergartners through 6th grade individualized learning solution.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Tell me what it is and what it offers.
It is an adaptive diagnostic that kids can take in reading and language arts or math, and they get a unique individualized learning path generated from all of the scores coming out of that test.
Okay.
It's really designed to be an engaging learning path that individualizes that curriculum for students, but it's got a ton of features in there to really support the teacher as well, and bring the teacher in to support that student even more when they need it.
That is very, very cool. So kind of walk me through if I'm going to start from the student side because that's how my brain works. So if I'm a student, what happens? What do I see? What do I do?
So we've got 2 unique interfaces for kids based on their grades. So kindergartners to 2nd graders have a nice little fish theme.
Cool.
So they'll go in that one, and 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders have more of a travel hot air balloon theme.
Oh, okay.
They'll go in. It takes them right to the test page if they've got one available. There's a video that walks them through. A little character tells them a little bit about what the test will be like and the fact that it does adapt. So it's going to get hard at times. Some questions will seem easy. And really sets the stage and makes sure they know how to navigate that. Once that test is complete, they have instant access to that learning path, and it's chunked for them. So they only have access to 4 skills worth of work at a time.
Okay.
There's a little bit of freedom in there to jump around. The curriculum is character-based and has games embedded in, learning games to practice the skills, and checkpoints for quizzes that send all that data up to the teachers and alert them when there's early indicators that the student is struggling and good things when a student's moving right along.
All right.
So they get to unlock their progress check to see if they've mastered those skills, and then based on the results there, their next set is generated on the fly for them.
Cool. Okay, so when you say they have a test available, is there a particular subject area? Like, is it language arts?
So there's language arts and reading are separate, just to have a reading specific one if schools want to use that, or they could also want to do language and vocabulary, speaking and listening. And then the math side is available as well.
Yeah.
And it has been such a fun project, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Edmentum has a great culture of really listening to our teachers and the students that they work with, and really what they need out of the product. And we have spent quite a bit of time this year traveling, really over the last 2 years, traveling across the country, getting into schools, doing focus groups, and many of the features of the product truly have been designed by teachers themselves.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's been great to see this thing come alive. And then we've got it currently in beta across the country with 15 districts and over 20,000 students using it. And so we're still making changes based on the feedback it's getting live. So we're really excited that it's launching this weekend.
That is very, very cool. Okay, so from the teacher side, when the teacher's going to set all this up, what do they have to do to get it set up? And then also, what do they see? What's some of the feedback they get?
So the setting up the test is really simple. It's all about setting whether it's a district or just a school who's purchased it, setting up those test windows and making sure that students are scheduled when they want that test to be available. And from the teacher side, managing their class, it's really about visibility to the right students for them. So they can create a class just for their kids and see all that data come in. We have a screen called the Knowledge Map, which is kind of like a skills dashboard. So as students are moving through there, they can see the learning paths go from kindergarten skills all the way up to 8th grade skills. So they can see where students are working on all different levels in their class, who's mastering which skills, and then that dashboard brings some notifications in for a student who might need more one-on-one time with that teacher. And there's some embedded teacher worksheets or lesson ideas so that when a student is struggling, the program's able to say, hey teacher, take a look at this skill with this student, and here's a worksheet you can use if you need one fast.
That's very, very cool. So in terms of, I'm going to give this a test, and then the student's going to take the test. The content for the test, how am I trying to say? It's like, is it, are you tied into different state standards, or are you tied in, I guess what I'm trying to think, if I were a language arts teacher and I was teaching a particular, a particular topic, or like maybe we're learning, let's just say capitalization, okay? And I know that's not just, you don't just teach capitalization, there's more that goes with that, but I'm a tech guy, so bear with me. But let's say I'm teaching capitalization and the things that go with capitalization. Can the teacher say that's what I'm testing on, or is it much broader than that, even though that's what I'm testing on? I don't know if that makes sense. So
the diagnostic is really broad and gives the domain-specific scores. What you're speaking of is definitely a use for our Study Island product.
Okay.
You can give a formative assessment based on a specific skill that you're thinking.
Okay.
But the great thing about this product, so it uses the data from the diagnostic as well as the data from the learning paths to give teachers information about capitalization. So, for example, you could go in, we have a grouping page, and this is one of the features really that teachers designed. You pick your skill, capitalization, and you can see next to each of your students' names the level of proficiency that really could be inferred for any skill based on where they're working in their learning path and what they've mastered, what they assessed above or below. And so it really helps teachers if they're getting ready to set up small groups for location in the classroom or an intervention program. They've got that data at their fingertips and they can create those groups with the data right through.
That's very cool. So even though it's testing and assessing on a broad range, the teachers can actually hone in and narrow down, focus on if there's a particular skill they're looking for in their students to see where their students sit in the broad scheme of things.
Absolutely. And with products that let students work off grade level and really fill those gaps or enhance where they're working above, this tool really helps that teacher look at a specific skill for the grade level she's teaching and see the information across the grades that really help her plan.
Yeah, well, and I like that you touched on going above where the student is. If the student is already beyond grade level, then the teacher can say, oh, wow, I didn't realize, little Johnny was that much further ahead, or little Susie or whoever, I'm just picking names, but that student is above where I thought they were, or even above where I'm teaching. I'm going to have to monitor and adjust in order to reach them where they already are. I'm teaching second grade and I see, wow, they're already doing, they're already at a third grade level on these particular skills. Yeah, I can move ahead with that. By the same token, it's going to show that perhaps that same student is, just for the sake of argument, on a first grade level in a different skill, and say, okay, so I'm gonna have to work on getting the student up in that skill, but still keep ahead in the skill where they're ahead.
Exactly. Yep.
Man, that is awesome. That is really awesome.
Yeah, we are very excited and would love to show people we're here in the booth or on our website. We'll come visit your schools. We'd love getting in there and just observing and seeing the teachers in action. That
is very cool. So which booth are you in? I know you guys aren't there for very much longer, but do you know what booth number you're in? You may not.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's okay.
But we're not too far from the entrance, so walk a little bit and make a left.
There you go. That's right. I don't know what number it is, but you'll see. Go in, make a left. There you go. Awesome. Okay, so one of the things with my co-host is actually on the vendor floor right now visiting with a couple of vendors. One of the things that we like to do is we call it the 45-second elevator pitch. So you get on the elevator and whoever in your head, you picture your hero, somebody you look up to, and they don't know you from Adam. You walk on the elevator, they're standing there, and they turn to you and say, hey, who are you? What do you do? 45 seconds, and the time it takes for the elevator to get up there, give us a quick spiel.
All right. So my name is Kara Marolt. I live in Seattle, Washington. I work for Edmentum, online provider of digital curriculum and assessments. And I have one of the best jobs because it's my job to really understand what teachers and students need out of technology products, bring that information back, and work with great teams that make those products come to life.
Awesome. That is perfect. That was great. Good job. Hang on real quick before you go anywhere. I got a couple of housekeeping. Oh, well, actually, this one we'll do live. Twitter. You guys are on Twitter. Do you know your Twitter handle? I don't know off the top of my head. Otherwise, I'd share that out myself. It's probably Edmentum. You're probably right, but we'll get that shared out and. Hope folks, again, if you're here at FETC and you want to go out to the expo booth, and they are inside the entrance, make a left, and they're down that way. So you want to go by and see Edmentum here at FETC. And thank you so much for coming by. And it is at Edmentum, at EDMENTUM. Edmentum. You can check them out on Twitter, and we will post that out here in just